Welcome back to Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. I bring to you the final support conversation part for the game. I only have 6 support conversations to give you since all the other ones are locked for some reason. I'm sorry about that. But we're gonna go ahead and get these over with, starting with Lindhardt.
I've been looking for you, Lynn. Here you go.
Ah, the notes from the War Council this morning. Thank you.
Say, why do you always ask me to do this now?
Well, you know the situation, so it just makes it easier. Especially now that I've had more projects dropped on my lap.
They're projects that you yourself proposed.
Besides, your handwriting is beautifully legible. Your way with words makes the material quite easy to digest. Really, it's delightful.
If you think I'm going to keep being your scribe just because you compliment me, think again.
Hello, Dorothea. How good to see you recovered.
Yes, I'm better now, thanks. The fever's all gone. Though, I'm way behind on everything because of it, so if you'll excuse me, I need to get caught up.
Here.
Are these notes? Wait, did you take notes for me the whole time I was recovering?
Yes. I summarized any essential information I thought you might need. War councils, scouting reports, that kind of thing.
So, this is your handwriting? Like, yours.
Why do you look so surprised? You do this exact same thing for me all the time. It's only natural that I'd step in for you during a time of illness.
Huh. You really are a strange guy. You know that? You never want to do anything that takes even the slightest effort, even when someone asks. And yet you went to all this trouble for me. So, like I said, you're strange. And a little infuriating.
If you say so. Personally, I think everything would be a lot easier if everyone behaved as I do. Actually, that would be great. Our war councils would take 5 minutes a day, tops.
And be pointless. Most days we'd probably just have an empty room because no one bothered to show up.
Oh no, it would absolutely be like that.
You know, I feel like I understand you a little better.
Being understood sounds like a bother in its own right. Oh well, I suppose we'll cross that particular bridge when we arrive at it. But for now, I'm afraid I'm quite tired.
Of course you are. Well, since I'm all better now, why don't you go ahead and sleep on my behalf? I'll take care of things while you do.
Better not. You're still recovering. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I found people to handle all your assigned work. So, take a day off and enjoy a long nap, all right?
I wish you were this nice on a regular basis. But despite that, you do have your charms.
I'm perfectly happy lacking charms, so don't bother looking for weird new ones in me.
Okay, seriously.
You can kind of see that he doesn't want to do the work, but did it on her behalf. Because he wanted to give her a break. I don't know. These support conversations, they're really interesting in building the characters. So that ends their support conversations.
Ah, Constance. I have something I'd like to ask you.
I can't imagine how a dullard like myself would be anything but a bother to one such as you. However, I'm happy to answer anything you need.
Ah, perfect timing, Constance. I'd like to conduct a little experiment regarding the crest of Noah.
If my useless body can somehow help, it is yours.
Lindhardt von Hevering, where are you?
Something wrong, Constance? You seem quite upset.
For crying out loud, there you are.
I demand to know why you are always coming to my other side
And engaging in all manner of questions and experiments. My secrets are being revealed one after another.
Well, naturally, I prefer to deal with someone who's forthcoming with her answers.
I am always forthcoming.
Actually, I'm finding you a bit troublesome.
Troublesome? What about me is troublesome? Explain yourself at once, you feckless cat of a man.
It's, well, you know.
No, I don't know. I'm answering whatever questions you throw at me, and that is the kind of mealy-mouthed, perfunctory response you deem fit to toss in my direction?
I suppose that's a fair point. But do you really want me to dig into detail on the bothersome parts of your personality?
Well, when you put it that way, it does sound like a discussion that would make me wroth.
Which is why I think the world is better off with my mealy-mouthed response, as you so aptly put it.
In that case, I shall let sleeping hounds lie.
Good. And with that, farewell.
Hold, cretin! My agreeing to drop that particular matter does not also apply to your digging about in my personal affairs via my other mood. We must discuss terms of exchange.
Terms of exchange?
Is it not obvious? My other side is cooperating with your research, so you shall cooperate with mine. There's always demand for new magical experimentation subjects, after all.
And what sort of magic do you mean exactly?
Magic that makes one's eyes emit a dazzling golden light.
For the briefest of moments, I thought this might actually be interesting. Yes, well, all this talking has exhausted me, so perhaps we can take the matter up at a later date?
Oh, I don't mind, but make sure you talk to me as I am now. Understand?
Yeah, that was really interesting. I think, whatever backstory Constance has, it's probably in 3 houses, rather than this game. But that ends those support conversations.
There you are, Ignatz.
Oh, Lorenz! I find the beauty of this place to be so relaxing, don't you?
Yes, I must wholeheartedly agree. It is marvelous. As are you. Not only are you a knight of House Gloucester, you have even taken on the role of a general within this army. To be honest, when first we met, I could not see you as anything more than a mere merchant's child, who happened to be gifted with a better eye than most.
That's probably all I really looked like back then.
But now, you have grown so capable that I regularly mistake you for someone else entirely.
That's nice of you to say. But I still have a long way to go before I'm where I want to be.
Do you remember your time working as a knight in my territory? Back before the war began? Compared to then, you are practically brimming with life now, especially as we march from locale to locale.
You really think I'm that different?
I always thought you not fond of battle, hence why I find this reversal so very puzzling.
Well, it's because... I confess, I've been painting. Whenever I've had the free time during our marches, that is.
Is that so?
Yes. There are so many places in Fodlan just like this one, with the most incredible views. I simply can't help but put them down on paper because, well, I want them to stay with me forever. Maybe that's why I've been looking so alive lately. You certainly see straight through me, in any case.
I am sorry, Ignatz.
Huh? About what?
I granted you a position as my knight because I thought it to your benefit. But I see now that your heart lays somewhere else entirely. Hearing you talk about art with such passion, such fervor, it fills me with regret.
Oh, you don't need to apologize. If anything, I should be thanking you, Lorenz.
You should? What have I done to earn your gratitude?
When the Officers' Academy shut down, I was lost, deprived of my purpose in life. But then you came and offered me the job as a knight. Everything I experienced in that role has given my life new color. One I don't think I could do without.
I see.
So no matter how I live, no matter what I paint, there will always be that one hue that reflects my duty as a knight of House Gloucester. That will never disappear. And I couldn't be prouder that it's there.
I too am proud, Ignatz. Proud to call you a knight of my house. And a friend.
Yeah, so it basically tells me that he doesn't... Basically, with all the conversations, it's like he doesn't regret being a knight, even though his passion is painting. But it's like, that can mix because of him traveling everywhere. But that ends their support conversations.
I dare say I pulled off quite the impressive strategy in our previous battle. One should expect nothing less of me, Lorenz Hellman Gloucester.
It's a delightful surprise to see you here, sir. What wonderful peals of laughter you have. There is truly none other quite so suited for such splendid displays as yourself.
Constance? Is something the matter?
No, not at all. I just feel awful that someone as wonderful as you must turn their attention on a wretch such as I.
All right, what is the matter here? This is all quite unlike you.
This is the first time he's come in contact with this mood.
You almost always announce yourself to me with an exultant smile and some cutting jibe. This... Oh, now that I think of it, I believe the same thing happened to her before. I thought she might be ill, but perhaps it is not so simple as all that?
I fear my words and actions, totally unsuited as they were to one of my status, have incurred your ire. Please inform me of what my punishment is to be, and I shall humbly accept whatever is to come.
What is this nonsense you speak of, Constance? You yourself said you were a noble woman at heart, did you not?
I must ask you to refrain from taunting me so. I am but a simple commoner now. A mere foolish being whose only calling is to obediently follow any order you give me.
Enough! Return yourself to normal at once. You sought to re-establish House Nouvelle. What has become of your ambition? Your... pluck?
That is kind of you to say. It pains me so to deny your gracious words. But it is unthinkable that someone so lowly as I could make real the nonsensical dream of re-establishing House Nouvelle.
Constance, this saddens me greatly. To think you would change so fundamentally once you fell into despair after your dream was shattered. I must do something to help you.
I cannot imagine causing you such a grave inconvenience, sir.
I will hear none of it. I do as I please.
Oh, how kind you are. But your help will not bring me happiness. Though audacious and selfish as this request may be, I ask you simply to watch over me.
It seems I must reevaluate my perception of you yet again. I once said there were things I must settle with you, but now is not the time for competition.
Correct. For no matter what sort of contest I find myself pitted in, you will always emerge victorious.
Well then, though you have rejected me once, pray allow me to say this. Nothing is impossible for Lorenz Hellman Gloucester. So when you decide to continue pursuing your dream and need my assistance, do let me know. Ha ha ha!
I kind of wondered how their conversation would go if she was in that mood. I'd say it's probably better with her other mood. That ends their support conversations.
Thank you for all of your help again today.
I was happy to do it.
Bring me more hay, Four Eyes? That's so rude. I'm sorry, Ignatz. I fear she's getting a bit too familiar with you now.
I'm just glad she's getting used to me. Although I probably could have done without that Four Eyes comment.
Ignatz, why have you continued helping me care for these Pegasi? Surely you have enough to paint your picture now, yet you continue fetching hay and mucking out stalls.
You're probably right, but this is for my dreams. You remember the painting you picked up before? Well, I created it to resemble the Pegasus I once rode with my mother when I was small.
You rode a Pegasus with your mother?
Yes. I heard she was a Pegasus Knight a long time ago, and when I showed interest, she took me for a ride. The moment we took off, I got so scared I buried myself in her sleeve and missed the whole first part. But once I finally managed to pry open my eyes, the view was breathtaking. I saw the whole of Leicester spread out before me. It stirred something in my heart, and I wanted...
You wanted to become a painter?
I wanted to become a Pegasus Knight. But that was just one of my many silly childhood dreams. Plus, after we landed, my mother told me that Pegasi don't allow adult men to ride them. So that pretty much nipped my dream in the bud.
I see.
But while I may have been forced to give up that dream, I can be anything I want in my imagination. And by interacting with Pegasi like this, it's easier to imagine myself soaring through the sky.
You clearly still hold dear the desire to ride one. Even if we weren't speaking of it now, your passionate feelings resonate throughout your paintings.
What? You can sense my feelings?
Yes, I can easily tell how precious you consider Pegasi.
Oh, that's what you meant.
And if this one understands how you feel, then maybe, just maybe, she will permit you to ride her.
But isn't that impossible?
I mean, it called you Four Eyes, so it's probably not going to let you.
Normally, yes. But she's very used to you now, and honestly, I'd really like to see it. I would dearly love to see your dream finally come true.
Well, if you put it like that, I can't very well say no. Hello, Pegasus. will you please deign to carry your new friend Four Eyes up into the sky? No? I take it back! I take it all back! I wanted to fly, but not like this!
Oh dear, I thought she'd let him climb on her back, not grab his clothing in her teeth. Goodness, I hope they don't rip. It would be a very long way down.
I can't enjoy the scenery like this! Marianne! Help me!
Well, that escalated quickly. Huh. Pretty interesting. I wonder if that's basically the way they explain it. They explain adult males not being able to ride Pegasi. It's like if that's the reason that they don't do that in Fire Emblem games. If that's the actual reason. But that ends their support conversations.
I really thought that was it for me. I can't believe I fell for that trap behind enemy lines.
It was certainly an uncharacteristic blunder. However, you have returned safely, with your life intact.
I can hardly believe it. Part of me keeps wondering if I'm really still alive. I've had my share of brushes with death, but that was definitely the second worst.
Oh? What was the first?
An illness swept through my village when I was really young. We didn't have access to a doctor, or the money to pay one.
Ah, the plague that ravaged Fargus. At the time, the entire kingdom was struggling mightily to contain it, or so I have heard. Its foul clutches claimed even the Queen of Fargus herself. It is incredible that you survived without the aid of a physician.
You're telling me? Honestly, if that old man hadn't saved me, I wouldn't be standing here now.
This old man you speak of, was he a doctor?
No, at least I don't think he was. Just some feeble old stranger my mother came across. He could barely even walk on his own. So we took him in, and made sure he was cared for. Then I caught the plague. And of course, there was nothing my mother could do about that. That's when the old man saved me. I have no idea what kind of treatment or medicine he used to do it.
Is that so? And where is this elderly gentleman now?
Oh, he passed away a long time ago. I told you. This was back when I was a kid.
I see. Then it is as I thought. Your story reminded me of something, actually. One of the 10 elites was originally afflicted with a terminal disease. After receiving their crest, this individual made a full recovery. Or so the story goes. Perhaps it is more fitting to call it a fairy tale.
I'm not sure I completely follow. Are you saying that old man saved my life by giving me the power of a crest?
I am simply saying the possibility exists. Alas, I cannot know for certain.
Hold on. It does actually kind of make sense when I think about it. But if that's true, it would mean that old man was an apostle of the goddess or something. Which means I might live to be ridiculously old, just like the 10 elites, right?
Regrettably, that elderly gentleman has left this world, so none can confirm nor deny that. However, what is certain is that he saved your life. You should treat it with care, whether on the battlefield or elsewhere. After all, we have but one life to live.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks for the advice. I still have plenty of things I have to do before my time is up.
You would do well to head back and get some rest. My apologies for keeping you. You always cursed the blood that flowed through you. But in the end, it saved that child's life. It brings me great relief to know that you found salvation in your last moments. Oban, my friend. Be at peace.
It's really interesting. And that ends their support conversations. Well, that is it for the support conversations for my playthrough of this game. I wish I could have gotten all of them and shown you all of them from this playthrough. But then certain things happened and wasn't able to do that. Though, with the support conversations in this game, it brings to light a lot of character development and lore into this game and their world about characters that are talked about but not seen, or just stuff that basically opens up anything, basically opens up a lot of explanations about the characters that you use or the characters that you don't use. So that's something I like with the support conversations for this and Three Houses, is that they build the characters that you use so that you care more about them and enjoy the game more as you progress through it. So I did enjoy going through the support conversations. That's why I wanted to try to get them all. So next time, as far as I know, will be the final battle. So for the support conversations, I hope you enjoyed watching through them, as it took me a while to get a lot of these. So thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll be seeing you.